Well, hey folks, welcome to another edition of today's Transplant Helper Quick Tip. Today's quick tip has to do with knowing your body. And as you well know, if you've watched this program many times, each of these quick tips eventually is going to be linked to a full episode of this program. And when that's available, I'll make links around the program for that. So look for that around the video. It might already be available, but if not, it's coming one day. But again, today's quick tip, knowing your body. Now, this matters because it's very important that you know your body as an individual. You need to know what your average weight is, what's normal for you, what your blood pressure, what your weight, what your blood sugars, and many other statistical type things, what they are and what's normal for you. Because any of the medical staff that you ever deal with, they only know what is normal on the charts. They know that a good average blood pressure for most people might be, say, 120/75. But if you're a person who normally runs a blood pressure just a little bit higher than that, or quite a bit lower than that, and that when it runs a little higher or a little lower, you feel better, then maybe that's okay for you to run a little high or a little low. Maybe they've given you, if you're in a high blood pressure range, maybe they've already given you as much blood pressure medicine as needed, and you're still a little on the high side, but you feel great day to day. Maybe that's okay for you. Maybe that's just how your body works. The same would be for weight. Obviously, weight is very individual to all of us. Someone who has my frame, I'm 6'1", I weigh about 175 pounds. Many people who are 6'1" may weigh much less or much more than that, and for that it'd be normal. Maybe they're comfortable in that body. Maybe that's fine with them. Get to know that. Your blood pressures, your weight. One that's been haunting me a lot lately is my blood sugars, and I've even had an episode concerning prednisone, and the question that I'll link to in this video, could I be addicted to prednisone? Well, that episode has to do with the fact that my blood sugar's been giving me a lot of problems since coming off of prednisone. And I mentioned there, and I'm mentioning here again now, my typical average blood sugar runs in about the 100 range throughout the day. Now you say, well, that's normal. I look it up on the internet, a blood sugar of around 100 to 120, that's normal. Do you feel good like that? Yes, I feel pretty good at 100. But most people, when their blood sugar goes below 100, down to about, say, 50 or 60, they still feel fine. That's not me. If my blood sugar drops below 90, there's a fine line between 100 and 90, but if mine drops below 90, I feel terrible. If it goes below 80, 85-ish or so, I can't hardly stand up. Just yesterday, prior to sitting down to film this quick tip, my blood sugar got down to 75, and it was all I could do to make it to the kitchen to try to get a glass of orange juice and to try to get a spoon of peanut butter and to try to pull myself back together. But I'm different. Many people would dream of having a blood sugar that ran in the 60, 70, 80 range because theirs is much higher. Some live much lower. My wife, if her blood sugar is 40, she feels fine. She moves on with her day. We're just all different. So getting to know your statistical basis, your baseline, is important, because if the doctor were to look at my blood sugar and I complained about that, say 75 blood sugar, they'd kind of shrug their shoulders like, what's the big deal? That's not that bad. It's bad for me. My blood pressure, if it were to be a little high, that's normal for me. I'm okay. On and on you can go. Heart rates, anything that they typically might check, say as you go in for triage in the clinic, those things, you need to know your normal baseline so that you can help them to assist you better. So know your bodies, friends. Know your bodies. If today's quick tip has helped you in any way, how about like, subscribe, and share these programs? I would really appreciate that. But until next time, stay stronger, friends.